Good evening, I'm Tara Duggan with your Newstalk Evening News Fix. A post-mortem report into the death of Savita Halapanavar has concluded that she died from septic shock but was otherwise healthy. Evidence at the inquest in Galway is now complete and the jury will be sent out tomorrow. Expert witness Dr. Peter Callaghan, who reviewed the post-mortem findings, said it appeared to be a classic case of septic abortion, which he's only come across 4 or 5 times in 40 years. Each time, he said, the mother had survived. Up to 1 million workers who currently have no pension could face the prospect of being forced to take one out for the first time. An as yet unpublished OECD report is recommending that most Irish workers without pensions should be signed up for a private scheme and given no option to leave it. Newstalk TV took to the streets to ask if it should be compulsory for private sector workers to have their own pension.
Fair chunk of money for anybody. I have a very small pension fund. If you're a high earner, you have a decent pension fund. If you're a low earner, you haven't. There's no incentive for any business to set up in Ireland.
I think it's a very good idea and it needs to be encouraged, but I don't like the idea of it being compulsory, the percentage.
To be honest with you, at the moment, the way the government is, I don't think I would trust them in the long term. God knows what they would do then. If they're doing what they're doing now with cuts and stuff, I don't know what they'll be doing in the long term then as well.
The new personal insolvency guidelines say people who enter arrangements should not expect to live a life of luxury or at subsistence level. There will be a number of strict conditions for those who avail of the service, depending on a household's composition and its access to public transport. People will be given a budget of €247 per month for food, €31 for healthcare, €35 for clothing and almost €29 per month for socialising. The guide says a reasonable amount of money will be allocated for spending on childcare or mortgage repayments, depending on circumstances. Sport and Munster, Connacht and Ulster have all named their teams ahead of tomorrow's Rabo Pro 12 matches. Munster have made 12 changes from last weekend's defeat to Leinster, without half Ian Keatley, one of the 3 survivors for the trip to face the Dragons. Ulster have recalled Jared Payne, Andrew Trimble, Paddy Jackson and Chris Henry to their side for tomorrow's derby with Connacht at the Sports Ground. And Connacht coach Eric Elward has made no changes to his team after last weekend's victory over Edinburgh in Murrayfield. Finally, here's one not to try, not without a lot of practice anyway. To mark the close of the skiing season in Quebec in Canada, 30 skiers performed this incredible feat. They linked arms and did a backflip all at the same time. I'm Tara Duggan, that's your evening news fix. Now you're up to date on Newstalk.